G'day everybody, as always, welcome to Dog Shadow Gaming. I'm Belth, and today, after a little bit of a hiatus, I took about a month off to do some bits and pieces in the real life. My wife and I needed to look at what we were going to do, now living in Vietnam, as we are. And so we were looking at doing some English teaching for a little while on the side. So that enables me to try and do a little bit of work doing that, bring a little bit of money, and also hopefully keep doing this. Because we're getting going. We're moving very slowly, but we're getting going on it, which is good. But this is a little side project. It's lots of fun. So while I was away, I had about a month off. We also went to Thailand, organised my visa and all that sort of stuff so I could live here with my wife in Vietnam. While I was away, we had the next DLC drop for Total War Warhammer II. And here we are. We're on it right now. So let's go jump in real quick. Go into new campaign. Go to Mortal Empires.
I am Tyrion.
And here we are. We have our new DLC lords. So we've got Luther Harkin, Count Noctilus, Arianus Saltspite, and Cloistra Diafin. Now, I was going to play one of these lords. I thought, you know what, I'll play one of these lords. I have had a little play with them, not a huge play. I've played a little bit of Noctilus. I've played a little bit of Luther Harkin. Not a huge amount on either of them. I haven't played these two at all yet. I've played a little bit with this patch. All the vampires got a major overhaul, which was really cool. They really needed it. And now the standard vampires also have what they call bloodlines now. And so you have, I think it's 5 or 6 bloodlines, where once you get enough blood kisses from, doing special things, killing enemy lords and stuff, you can actually pull out special lords that are of a bloodline. So you got like the Blood Dragon. You've got the Van Carstones. You've got like a mage type one. You've got a couple, but they're like super lords. They're much better than your standard vampire lords, and so you can recruit these sort of much higher level lords, which is really cool. Heinrich Kemmler got a new starting position, which is really cool. He's got a new starting position up next to Empire. So just behind the Empire in the mountains with the dwarves there behind the Empire. So he starts there now, not far, just down from, or just up, I should say, from the Red Duke, which is really cool. So that's a really cool starting position, and that's the one I thought I'd do. I was going to do the Vampire Coast DLC, but I thought, well, everybody's doing that. I'm sure you're seeing it on all the web, like all the channels are doing playthroughs on this. I know Milk and Cookies is doing it. I think like everyone's doing one of these. So I thought, you know what? I like to do the ones that not everybody else is doing. So let's go and have a look at Heinrich Kemmler. He used to be an absolute trash lord. He was pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. But now, with the upgrades, they've changed his whole progression tree. They've changed his starting location. They've changed just about everything. So I want to give him a go. I played a little bit, and I reckon it'll be an interesting campaign with him. So let's jump in. If I get some good views and people are into it, then I'll continue the series. If it doesn't get much and people aren't really into it, that's cool. I'll change it. Oh, just a heads up, on my Middenland campaign, there was, I think I've seen a couple of videos, I was having trouble. There is the last NVIDIA graphics card update is causing problems with Steel Faith overhaul, and there's like a problem when I use Steel Faith and I use Kuronos' Faction Unlocker to do that. It has a memory bleed or something like that, and that's why you get to about turn 25 just after episode 2 and it crashes on me. So I have to wait for a couple of NVIDIA updates to hopefully get rid of the bug so I can go back to it. I do intend to go back to that campaign because I was enjoying it, but there's not much point until they fix the bugs and I can get into it. But as soon as I can, I will. But for the meantime, let's hop into Heinrich Kemmler. If you think or you want me to do one of these, then just please let me know and I'll do one. But I thought this would be pretty cool, do something a little bit different than probably what everybody else is doing. So let's jump in.
Darkness
Now, just to go through it a little bit, raise dead, new recruits, new units can be raised. So these are standard vampire stuff. New units can be raised from among the dead. Famous battle sites improve the quality of and quantity of the troops available. Vampiric Corruption, the taint of undeath can be spread within enemy territory, leading to public order issues and vampire rebellions. Varied unit roster with flying units, monsters, and expandable undead troops. And now for him specifically, that's just the undead. For him specifically, he starts off with some pretty awesome units. He starts off with the direwolves, which can be really effective. He starts off with Khan Wraiths. So this is all standard for him, like that hasn't changed. Khan Wraiths are amazing because they can just be healed like all buggery. They're amazing units. And the Hex Wraiths are the same thing. They don't look too good on this, like on paper, but they can do massive damage and you can heal them pretty much back to full health, which is amazing. Suitable climate is mountains, so that's changed a little bit. Diplomatic relations plus 30 with worshippers of chaos. That's cool. That's cool. Minus 50% for our necromancer heroes, which is also very cool. All units in Heinrich Kemmler's army are immune to non-vampiric count territory attrition, so that's cool. Anything you got him, you can take him anywhere you like. Hero rank for necromancers plus 2. In battle, Heinrich Kemmler can summon Krell, a powerful chaos champion. Now, I know it doesn't say chaos champion, but he is. We're just going to run hard as always, and let's get in. Heinrich Kemmler, a cunning lichmaster who has troubled the old world on many occasions, is once more abroad. Freed from the shackles and illusions of subservience to the von Carsteins, the necromancer now prowls his old wanderings in the grey mountains, which straddle the border between the Empire and Bretonnia. Sworn enemies who have moved against him in the past, but Kemmler has always coveted power beyond anything else. And this time, the forces of order will not stop him. The dead will rise, and the world will fall. It should be interesting because in the lore, Heinrich Kemmler actually goes up against the Wood Elves. He wanders over to the Wood Elves, and he kind of... The Wood Elves have got these, like you notice if you ever play the Wood Elves, they've got these little blue stones around the outside of their forest. Well, those are actually like... I can't remember what they're called, waystones or something or other, but basically... You're not allowed in there, and if you go into the forest without permission, the Wood Elves will pretty much kill you. They don't really care. And what they do is they take all the dead that they kill and they bury them under these stones as like a, stay out, don't come here. Well, that's all very well and good. But if you're a necromancer that just is looking for grave sites with lots of bodies, well, it's a bit of a smorgasbord, and that's exactly what Heinrich Kemmler did. He wandered up and went, oh, look, all these great bodies. Excellent. And just raised them all and created this massive army. And so then there's this whole escapade where, he's going after the Wood Elves and the Bretonnians and I haven't actually read it all myself. I just watched some lore videos on him a while back, and that's what I can remember from it. But from what it sounded, it sounded pretty cool. It sounded very cool. I will, as always, try and find some lore for him.
Mighty Lichmaster, your need for power burns deep. Raise your children and send them to Artois, where they can create more orphans of death. The dwarfs of Karak Ziflin reside here. They are strong and stubborn. Leave them to drool over their gold. But be ready, for they will despise you as their neighbor. Beyond the mountains, the pastures of Bretonnia meet with the forest of Athelloren. The Wood Elves are friends of none, and sit idle, protecting their mighty tree. The dukedoms of Bretonnia lie fractured and weak. Feed from them, my lord, and swell your legions. But be mindful of the Red Duke of Musilon, for he hungers also, and watches your every move. You are the Lichmaster. Strike at the heart of your hated Bretonnia, and bring death to all those that stand before you.
All right, here we go. The Barrow Legion bloodline. Bloodlines are used by vampiric count factions to summon their most powerful lords to battle, each with a unique set of attributes specific to their bloodline. Summoned via the Blood Kiss resource, additional Bloodline Lords will grant further faction-wide benefits. Yeah, there you go. Raising the dead, vampire factions can raise the dead, blah blah blah. We already know all that, I'm not going to go through that. Vampiric Corruption, we know all that. Okay.
The taste of undeath is spread by your conquests, mighty lord. Your realm grows, and more distant lands now fall under your gaze. The Empire and other kingdoms of men lie to the north and west. There you may feast. For the
Indeed. Okay. Standard and current for that one. Okay, so we haven't got any blood kisses. The blood kisses up here. Awaken the ancient powerful vampire bloodlines and consume blood kisses, which are acquired by killing faction leaders in battle, by assassination, or by vassalizing factions.
I need more minions.
Okie dokie. Don't we all? Right, so one of the first things we want to do is we want to try and get this castle up and running and moving. So the vampires are very slow to build. We're not going to be trading with anyone for a little bit. What do we want here? I'm going to want to get to around about here pretty quickly if I can. So first things first. Yeah, we're going to take that, and two of those. Okay.
Let us make doom.
Oh yeah, we won't bother fighting that one. And occupy. Beautiful. First things first. What's in here? Not a lot. Okay. So this one here, I think what we'll do is we'll do a growth. Yep.
They will all pay.
Now, I think what we can do is do that. Cool. Now, let's have a look at his new tree. Okay, so his new tree is, you know, you got normal sort of restless dead, casual replenishment pace +3, goes up to +15, so that's pretty useful. Recruitment costs, yeah, okay. Vampiric capacity +1 for vampires, action cost, yep, cool. Casualty attrition, not a problem for him because he doesn't take any attrition from what we read. Ancient cunning, ambush, 30% for ambush, that could be interesting. Immortal horror, recovery, replenishment, that's worth it. Lightning strike would definitely be worth it. Local problem is 36. That's actually probably worth it because vampires are really slow to grow. Siege holdouts could be interesting. Raise dead cost. That's okay. This one I feel could be interesting. Alright, so aura, one attacking, leadership, one attacking. So that's very interesting. Because if you're attacking, that applies to everything and it works right up the tree. Zombies, skeletons, crypt ghouls, that's not too bad. Fellbats, direwolves, blah blah blah, yeah. Aura could be good. I feel like you just go into this because that will work no matter what army. See, the problem with putting points into things like this early on, it can be really helpful early game, which is great. But then when you're getting late game, you're not going to have skeletons, you're not going to have zombies, and you're not going to have crypt ghouls in your army. Not really, because you've got much better things. So it's kind of, it's not a long-term plan, if you get my point. Like if you put it into this will work no matter whether you've got whatever you've got, doesn't matter. But when you're talking zombies and skeletons, you're just not going to get there. Fellbats, direwolves, again, probably not going to be using them end game, or not even end game, but just towards the end. Whereas this, again, will work the whole game through. It doesn't matter, you know, where it is. Leadership, that would be good. What else have we got? Dark Knights. This is the sort of thing, you don't want to put too many points into here unless it's, well, this one's okay, but that sort of front end. Then you get into the back end, and this is where you will be using sort of mid-game, not even mid-game, sort of early-ish game, depending on how quickly you rush the tree. Vampires tend to be a little bit slower on the uptake, just because they're slower to grow and they're slower to get money, but everything costs a lot for them. Charge bonus for Grave Guard, Crypt Horror, so now that's worth it. Ethereal units, that would definitely be worth it. Vargeist, Terrorgeist, definitely worth it. And worth it. Okay, so that, though, the back end there is definitely worth it. Now, the big thing about Heinrich is his ability to be able to heal his troops. And this dude. This guy is a monster, so we're definitely going to get that. And we'll get... we've got one more point. We're going to do that one for now, because we just need to pull him up. Okay, so we took those two, so that gives us a little bit of buff in our army, and we get to summon Krell, which Krell's a monster, man. And he has bonus versus large, which is fantastic for Bretonnia. Okay, so there's a couple options and some things that have changed here a little bit. So in the Book of Akan, you've got Vigor Loss for zombies and skeleton warriors and skeleton spearmen, which is cool. If you're gonna, for early game, again, not too bad. +3 for you know, zombies and skeletons. Recruitment cost for zombies. Armor +10 for zombies. And then this is really cool. This used to be 50%. So upkeep -50% for zombies and units, which is pretty strong. Now it's -100. That means that you don't pay anything for zombie or skeleton units. So technically speaking, you could just summon a lord, pay him whatever his upkeep is, which is probably about 250 gold, some a bit higher, 300 gold, whatever. And if he was just running skeletons and then, or skeletons and zombies, or in this case just zombies, his whole army costs you nothing. Like, just doesn't cost you a cent. He can just have the whole army, and he can be toddling around with a whole army of zombies. Doesn't cost you anything. Now, this sounds really good in theory, but even if you upgrade those zombies to Bughouse, and I mean you really put points into upgrading the hell out of the zombies, and they can do it for skeletons as well. So even if you go, okay, whatever, we'll go straight to skeletons. You upgrade the crap out of the skeletons, right? Even then, it's still skeletons. So even if you upgrade the bejesus out of them, and you got all, you could just run like, well, 1,000 will give you 4 armies of skeletons, right? Because it's 250 per general, and you just run skeletons, run a mix of spear and sword. Great, but they're still skeletons, and they'll get wrecked by just about everything. So even fully upgraded, you know, +10 armor, skeleton warriors, skeleton spearmen, recruitment cost downgrade, weapon skill for skeleton, even then, they're not going to stand up to anything much, especially a bit later on. Yeah, it's +2 weapon strength for Graveguard. Now that is actually worth it, because the Graveguard units are pretty good. And then -10 upkeep and recruitment cost +5 for Graveguard. Now that isn't too bad, and it's probably worth going down this tree. The only problem with it is when I did a little bit of a play before, I tried to go down this tree first, and this really stagnates. It helps you win battles, but it really stagnates your growth badly. Then the other side of things is you've got the Crypt Ghouls here, so -10 for Crypt Ghouls. You know, Crypt Ghouls, blah blah blah. Again, fairly standard stuff here. Weapon strength for Khan Wraiths. -30% casualties from non-vampiric territory. Doesn't really matter because you're not getting it anyway. For your main lord, it will affect all your other lords, which is cool. So again, there's a little bit of Khan Wraith and Hex Wraith stuff. What I tend to do, let's just have a quick look over here and see if anything else has changed. -10 for that. Armor piercing plus Fellbats. Armor 20 Fellbats. That's not too bad. I don't think a lot of it has changed with the rest of it. I think it's just mostly there's those. Yeah, I think it's mostly there. So the first thing I try to do is head into this and get growth and income from buildings, and then income from cities and growth, and then Vampiric Corruption faction wide. Income from vengeful spirit buildings. Don't need to go down to that till a bit later. That one can be pretty good. Yeah, so we'll probably go in about 3, and then we'll go, once we've gone in about 3, we'll come back and we'll go in a little bit into the bones, and then from there we'll probably head up here. Let's start off with this because we want to get this rolling. Blood Kiss 1. Yeah. As quickly as we can. Here we're going to do... Here we're going to do... Yeah, I think we'll just get some... We'll be able to recruit these things. That one too, but I won't be able to recruit that. However, I won't be able to get that until I'm a bit further ahead. So again, I think it comes down to... probably public order and a bit of growth would be nice. We'll go with growth for now. Just try and get it growing as best we can, as quickly as we can. Okay. Now that's probably about it. Here's the bloodlines, guys, before we get further in. So you've got Lamia, which is Lord's Focus, Master Infiltrator. So these guys are infiltrators. Cunning and deceptive. No other vampires have infiltrated human society in the same way as the Lamian Shadow Sisterhood. Von Carstein, Puppet Master. Handsome, arrogant, charismatic. The Von Carsteins are the true masters of men and beasts. Lord Focus, Military Commander. Once the noblest of the Empire's knightly orders, the Blood Dragons are a ferocious force in battle with a bond far stronger than any knights. They all cost 3 blood kisses, as you can see. Supreme Wizard. Tainted and foul, the Necroarch's physical corruption is transmitted into supreme magical power as soon as they enter the ranks of the undead. Cool. Juggernaut. Vengeful monstrosities who dwell among the cemeteries, graves, and broken-minded Strigoi embrace the primal force buried deep within all. So interesting. I think our first one will probably be a Blood Knight. I think they're really cool, and that's where our first one will probably be that. Okie dokie. That's pretty much it for the first turn. Let's jump through into the second and find out where we end up. So it was cool having a bit of a break and sort of organising the real life stuff was a bit fun, but I couldn't wait to get back and start taping some new episodes. As I said, guys, if you're not already watching some of the other streamers rocketing out the Vampire Coast stuff and you'd like me to do something, then just let me know. I'll jump in for sure. I actually, while I was away, I was just sort of between a bit of learning and bits and pieces going to school and that for the English teaching. I was playing around with Steel Faith Overhaul, which is a lot of fun, and they just did a big update on the orcs, which might be another campaign I get into at some stage. Okay, so I feel like what we should do is go to here, and what can we recruit? We can recruit one of those. Do that. And then... No, there's nothing there. Alright. Ready to rock and roll. Gonna build up a little bit of cash. So the plan here is fairly simple. Oof, look at that. Orcs got wasted real quick. Yeah, the plan here is fairly simple. We'll take Castle Artois. This gives us a little province here of 2. And then I will probably want to be moving on... hello. Let's have a look. What do we got here? He's come out to play. Gonna munch my... He'd probably munch... Like, his lord would be a bit of a bitch, I think. He'd munch through my zombies fairly quickly, and my skeletons wouldn't be able to stand up to much. Be able to put my Hex Wraith on his archers, so they'd all be... My dogs and my Hex Wraith would be able to clear up most of his archers pretty damn quickly, I feel. So that shouldn't be too bad. The Khan race will chomp through a lot of that. So will Crow. Crow will chomp through a lot as well. I think we can do this. We're going to save it, as always. And let's get in. I'd much rather beat him here on the field than have to try and fight him at the castle. So Heinrich was always kind of a bit of a joke lord. He really, he was pretty average. I mean, one of his best things is he's really, like, he's sort of, his lore is sort of tied in with the zombie stuff, and he can just like raise lots and lots and lots of dead. But it's really weak dead. It's not great dead. It's not like, you know, Blood Dragon Knights or Blood Knights or anything like that. It's like just zombies and spearmen and stuff like that. So it's not amazingly cool stuff. Yeah, we're gonna gamble with that because 12 isn't gonna do a lot anyway. Oh, went the wrong way. Damn it. Oh well. Shit happens. That happens. Okay, so he's gonna be there, and his reinforcements are coming in behind him, which is a pity. It would have been nice for them to come in against me. We're going to want to move forward pretty quickly. So we're going to grab those can race. We're going to pop them in 1. We're going to pop these guys in 2. And we're going to go 1. They have advanced stalk, do they? Amazing. Okay, these guys... Can you hide them, I wonder? Hidden, beautiful. And... Hidden, excellent. From here, we're just gonna go...
Heinrich Kemmler.
Yeah, that stupid bug. Yeah, we're gonna throw the zombies out the front. Not that they will stay there, but we'll try. There we go, and can wraiths in the back. Now, the other way you can do it, just so you know, guys, is you can pop your can wraiths in the front because you can heal a lot with them. A lot of any damage that they take will get healed anyway, so you can do that. But I'm just going to leave them in the back because we're going to use them to really mop up a lot of. They're going to do a lot of work this game. All right, so then we're gonna G that up. Beautiful. Okay, and we're gonna get going. And we're gonna head forward. And he's really gonna hang back. We're gonna want to get to the top of this hill if we can. As quickly as we can, if we can. I don't know if we'll get there before he will. Possibly not. He's waiting for the rest of his troops. I'd like to fight him on this hill. That would be lovely. The water, I don't think it helps us at the moment. The reason for that is really simple. It would screw up any cavalry he had, but he doesn't really have it. So, it doesn't really do us any favors. I feel like he's going to hit that lip just before I do, but that's okay. There. Yeah, it's going to turn him a little bit.
Heinrich Kemmler.
Going to want to stay out of their range. What we're really trying to do here is just sort of draw them off a little bit. Yeah, didn't work. Okay.
Heinrich Kemmler.
Right. Okay, in you go, boys. Okay, need you to go after that. Beautiful. And we're gonna put Dance Macabre on him. Okay, these guys are gonna start moving. Oh, just caught them in time. Let's see if we can sneak through here. No, we're not gonna get that chance. That's cool. Can hit these guys though.
Where is Krell? Mighty Krell.
All right, man. Kill that lord. Okay, doing well so far. They're all getting pummeled.
Blitzmaster.
Okay. And they're broken. Let's make sure these guys are broken.
See my sepulchral art.
Yeah, we're gonna give them to the can raise. Oh, excellent. Go after these guys. Get after him, mate. All right. Gone. Done. Swing around here. We're gonna get in for the charge. Holding the line so far. Okay, just gonna charge straight into the back. Okay, we're sitting there for a little bit. And then we'll pull. Whoop. Then we're gonna pull out. Okay, excellent. He's about dead. Get in there, Heinrich. Give our can race. Okay. Get after him. Dogs are cleaning that up. Lords are about to knock him out. Heinrich, get back here. Throw a Dance Macabre on him. See if you can catch him. Where's our dogs? Yeah. Get them before they... Oh, no. Oh, I got my can race in there somehow. That was not intentional. Catch him almost? No? Oh, he's running him off the field either way. You can probably do a bit of damage now. Who else we got? Throw some on my dogs. Okay, they're broken, and there we go. We have a fully broken. Now we're gonna clean this up as much as we can. So from here, pretty simple. Get that going. Yeah, can rates are chasing, dogs are chasing. Let's get after these guys. Yep, dead. Come after these guys. Oh, one got away from me. That's pretty much it. Cool, we'll end it there. Alright, so not a bad victory there. We, yeah. Good use of the can race and, the can race and the hex race there. The can race really did work, and you saw they were down at like half health at one point, and that heal just boom straight back up, and that's what really makes these things fantastic. Later on, you get a couple of these in a line. You can blob them up and heal them with effective healing from Heinrich or any of the vampires, which really makes some great work. We're just gonna go with the money. I'm going with the money, honey. Okay. So the next one, we're just going to take this castle. Faction was destroyed straight off the bat. How's that? So we've done well now. We're going to go for a second on... Actually... Yeah, we're going to do that. And we're definitely going to get them heals, because we want those heals. And from here... Yeah, we can do that. And we're going to do that. And now we're just gonna go in here.
Kill them, raise them.
Yeah, we're gonna do one of those. Continue the siege.
Bring war.
Is he in that, or can I kill him? Oh, I can kill him either way. That's fun. Alright, so doing alright. We're gonna go up on this one. This gives us our necromancer now. So we can now hire a necromancer once that's built in 3 turns. We'll be able to hire a necromancer. Now we can get them, and all of their actions are half cost, which is pretty gnarly. Now remember, actions against like killing other lords and bits and pieces will get us those blood kisses, which will get us the vampire line traits, which is what we're after. So yeah, that's definitely what we're after. So this is really interesting because you don't like the vampires never really start up in this end. You might have if you'd done a little bit of Cyranosis faction unlock, you would have been able to play with the Red Duke down here. But this sort of a start in the mountains, yeah, hasn't really been done before, which is really cool. I actually thought when they were talking about the mountains at first, I thought it was going to be over the other side. But yeah, it wasn't to be. There you have it. Oh, he's run off. Don't know where he's going. He's run off. Okay, so that should be them. We're gonna save it real quick just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we can just, yeah, auto it. Okay, we didn't lose any of the good units. No. Raise the dead. The dead rise again. And some loot gained. And we're just gonna occupy. That's our first full territory. So not too bad. What do we got? Okay, so the second one we're gonna definitely go for that heals. That heals as well. And the next one we're gonna really go down here because this dude is just awesome. Look at this. The second one gives him Foe Seeker and Deadly Onslaught. The third one gives him plus 25, plus 10. Upgrades ability Lord of Undeath. That's really cool. Upgrades another charge bonus and attack. And then Krell no longer degrades in battle, which is really, really cool. Upgrades ability Lord of Undeath. So as soon as you summon him, that's it, he's there until he dies. Which is very, 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 very cool. So yeah. Okie dokie. I think that's pretty much it for right this second. Where are we at? Yes. So we're definitely gonna go with growth. Gotta try and do everything we can to get the growth as high as we can, as quick as we can. So running 1950 at the moment, 5.8, so we can't do much here, I don't think, no. So this is interesting, look at this. Sylvanian crossbowmen, which is something that they've never had before. And Sylvanian handgunners, can it recruit? This unit will replenish over time. I don't know what unlocks it, but I'm really interested to find out. Very cool. And then you've got standard, you know, the skeleton dudes, dire pack, dire wolves, Toth zombies, basic ghoul, crypt ghouls. Pretty much all the, you got a Claw Mortis engine, Chillgeist Hex Wraiths, cool. Sternsman Graveguard, Verix Reavers, Black Knights, the Devil's, yeah, okay, all pretty much pretty standard, yeah, all pretty standard. Okie dokie, just gonna do that, do that. It's cool, bring it down, puts our money up for a bit. And that's it, we've got our first territory, we've got our Blackstone Post is going, but we've just taken our first little territory. Now, they're down there all on their lonesome. Interesting. I feel like this should really be our next target, so we can link up with Blackstone Post and then take on the dwarves. That would be probably our next biggest target, I think. Okay, and we can't recruit anything else, and that's it. Let's have a look and just see our diplomacy. So the vampires like us, so that's cool. What will you do?
You seek out the Von Casterings. A bold action.
Let's do a military alliance with them.
By all means.
While they're weak, we'll get that.
What?
What have you got for us? Defensive alliance?
Thou art overruled. It is nigh. Don't stand there like some mess.
Okay, so they're with them going for now. All right. It's moving on. Wouldn't mind recruiting the what is it? The Red Duke. That would be pretty cool. Having him. I wonder if they've upgraded him in this patch. I didn't read anything about it. It would be interesting. I've never actually confederated the Red Duke. I don't think I've ever done that. That would be very cool. Have to see. Alright guys, I'm going to try and hold this to 1 hour. I'm going to try and keep the episodes to 1 hour, no longer. So we're at 45 minutes now, so we'll do another 15 minutes. And yeah, hope you're enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun. Oh, here we go. It's a lot of fun for me so far, and I am enjoying it. I hope you are. Okay. Yeah, what are you going to do, man? You got nothing. You got nothing. You got nothing. Let's take him out. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay. Ooh, so this has changed a little bit too. So Master of Undead, Raised Dead, Winds of Magic, Raised Dead upgraded, passive ability Master of the Dead, number of uses +2 for Raised Dead, now replenishes hit points. That's pretty good, so we're gonna go with that. I feel like we should do the horse and, you know, get him moving and that sort of thing. We really want Krell because he's our answer at the moment for other lords. If we've got a melee lord come in us and we've got to shut him down, this is it. It's like having another captain or champion in your squad without actually having to take up a spot for him. That's pretty dope. Yeah, we're gonna take both of those. We're gonna raise some dead there. Feel like we could possibly, can we? I'm gonna go in here. That's what I want to do.
Across the map.
Get back to there. All right. Okay. Right, on this one we'll finish our research in our tree, so that'll be cool. We'll get that, and then we'll be choosing the next part of our research. So once, yeah, I think we'll go after Bastogne. Once we've got Baston. Let's go with Baston. Once we've got Bastogne, we'll then move off after the dwarves. By that stage, we really want to try to build these two up, and these two up down here, and then these two up. Grung Zint isn't too much of a problem. We'll just wait until Merenberg gets sick of having them there and takes them out. In the meantime, what we might do is go sit over here and then just raid in here. Lamian book. Okay, so we're gonna go look here. So the first one is growth and income. So we're gonna definitely run down that path as quickly as we can. Yes, definitely want that. Okay, and we're gonna want to get to the Graveguard pretty quickly because those are very useful when fighting dwarves and anything with armor. Okay. Come down here. Cool. And yeah, we'll get 3 more zombies. Why not? Still making good money, guys. We're doing really well with that. So cash isn't exactly a major problem at this point. We do need to get ourselves... Yeah, Necromancer. Okay. Causes terror. Winds of Magic, power reserve +5. Enemy Winds of Magic, power reserve... that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Your wish, Master.
Okay, I'm gonna pop you
Shall we destroy?
in there with you. You can Yeah, guys. I've got all that. That's the problem. See, I have all of this. I don't really need him for that. Boost income would be nice. Gonna give us 6%. Boost income is modified by an additional 6. Constant local effect increases the income generated by buildings in the local province, reduces enemy provinces. That would be good. We're gonna do that. Oh, we had 2. Steel technology, also very good. So actually, we might send him to go. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So what we'll do then is might recruit the other one if we can, because so that we'll have one just smashing Castle Vastogne, stealing as much as we can from them, technology as we can from them, and then we'll have another one in the army to provide a bit of a mana battery and another leadership for the army. We could do that, or possibly we could actually run steel technology off both of these guys and reduce their income at the same time, which would be very cool. Get our income going pretty quickly with that kind of a tactic. Bit of steel technology. Now, can we, is the question. We can. Yeah, let's recruit this one. Okay, you can steal technology. Assault unit. Assault unit. Target army. Inflicts damage upon unit in the target army. Wounding. That would be cool. Let's do that. We'll do the same. I'm going to send you against here.
This is a mistake.
Excellent. Okay, slowly building our army back up. And in this turn, we're gonna... Hang on, where's my border?
Follow me.
And...
Yes, the time is right.
Alright, so we're doing alright there. We're gonna have a rebellion there, that's okay, because we'll just sit outside our territory. And I'll probably actually move back a little bit
Let us make
to my border.
then go.
Right there, and I'm just gonna sit here until that rebellion starts, and we're gonna like get as much cash as we can off these guys. And then once we've done that, when the rebellion starts, we'll just grab there, crush it, get some points, come back, do that, blah 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 a little bit. And then once I've built up a sufficient army, we'll go down and we'll hit Castle Bastogne. So yeah, Empire's off and running. And then once we get this province, and I can take out these dwarves, or even just to here, I think we will build a second army in here. We'll see how we go for cash at that stage. There you go. Done and done.
Open to furthering the course of unlife. Please, let's discuss plans.
No, I'm good. It's your battle, buddy.
A message for me, then best deliver.
No. That's not happening. That's all right.
fresh troops. Destroy! I will not betray you.
Success. Excellent. We'll go wound, yeah. Assault unit, yeah.
They will all
What's gonna... What's he got? He's got 3 peasant bowmen, men-at-arms, mounted yeoman. We could do this. What has he got over here?
Lord of Bretonnia.
Yeah, he's got a fairly decent troop there. If we were to hit them quickly. Now we're only going to do 1 battering ram. If he comes over, we're going to be in for a bit of a fight, but we should be right. Let's save it, just in case. And we're going to continue. And we've got something we need to build here, so we're going to build that one there. Doing pretty well, all things considered. Yep, cool, and my guess is he's gonna come running over here, which could be interesting. Let's see. If he doesn't, I'm gonna take this castle. If he does, then we're gonna have one hell of a fight to start off our next episode. He's got a decent kit of troops there, and I've got a lot of zombies, which are not that decent. However, I do have some pretty powerful Hex Race and Khan Wraiths, which should do quite well against just about anything he's got. And Krell should be able to deal with anything too severe. Should be interesting. So let's see. Ooh, I can't wait. Come on. Come on, buddy. Because if you come over and you die, that's it. I've got the whole... I can just take it and then take... Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we now have quite the battle on our hands, which should be a lot of fun. Look at all the yeomen. Shielded, very fast, vanguard deployment. So that's going to be really, really interesting. He does have 1 mounted yeoman archers, which should be interesting to deal with. And then he's got the field trebuchet. Now the field trebuchet will be interesting to deal with in the next episode. We'll have to try and get our Khan Wraith through our dogs on it. Probably get the dogs on it, actually. He's got a lot of horse cavalry. Which is all very well. We've got some spear. Could be an interesting fight. Could be a very interesting fight. Alright, that is for the next episode. Thank you very much, guys, as always, for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed our first episode of Heinrich Kemmler's new starting position. As always, you can catch me on Instagram at Dog Shadow Gaming, Facebook at Dog Shadow Gaming, Twitter at Dog Shadow Gaming, or Dog Shadow Game 1. Now on BitChute at Dog Shadow Gaming, as well as YouTube and Facebook. We have a Patreon, so if you feel like supporting the channel, you can jump on there and make a donation. Even $1 a month would help, but that's totally up to you. And yeah, we look out, because in the next couple of weeks, and I've been saying it for like the last 2 months, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing some I will be doing some streaming. I hope to get in and do streaming probably 3 days a week, 2 or 3 hours, maybe even 5 hours a day. We'll see how we go, how good it is. Yeah, probably during the day most of the time. Asian time, don't know how that works out. We'll have to work out the Eastern Standard Time and Asian time. All good. All right, guys, thank you very much as always. If you've enjoyed it, then click the likes and all the bits and pieces, leave the comments, and thanks very much, and I'll see you again. Have a great day. See you guys. Bye.